Yeah, today we are at AceCann, one of our boutique suppliers here in Portugal, close to Lisbon, and we're really curious to see the facility and the products that are in the pipeline.
We're very excited to have you here, and thank you for the partnership. It's a great one so far.
Let's go in.
Let's do it.
Ja, also jetzt haben wir uns angezogen. Wird ja besser aussehen.
Welcome to our mom room. This is where the whole operation starts, and it's really our objective. We take the mom room very, very seriously because good flower means you have good production plants, and good production plants only come from the healthiest moms. So our target is always to have the moms being between 1 and 4 months of age, because that's what the period where the clones are as healthy and as vigorous as possible. We take the phytosanitary of the plants very, very seriously. All of the sticky traps, you'll notice that they are super clean. If they are not super clean, we do a big effort of putting beneficials to make sure that we take care of the situation. Over here you see the Carol's Haze, and over there you see the prize fighters.
It's pretty nice to see that this is all indoor setting, pretty nicely built out, very clean. Yeah, no, it looks good. As you said, good and healthy.
This is an ultrasonic humidifier which guarantees that the humidity of this room is always within the range that we need it.
In the video you can't see it, but the feeling is a bit like critical tropical. It's very humid, but it's also cold.
Yeah.
It's equatorial, right?
Exactly.
It's probably the way it need to be for the mothers.
Yeah, the moms require a little a higher humidity, right?
Yeah.
So we try to keep it at that. And of course you cannot have a very high temperature, because that will mean that you will proliferate the molds and the fungus, and we take that very seriously. After the rooting stage, we bring the plants out here into the veg room, okay? So depending on the strain, they will stay here between 3 and 4 weeks, 21 and 28 days. Some varieties are big stretchers, they stretch very easily, so they spend 3 weeks here. Other varieties are a little bit on the lower stretching side, like the Carol's Haze, so they stay a little bit longer, 28 days. And then after this time, we bring them up to the flowering. We do all of our plants are now in hydroponics. Yes, exactly. So cocoa coir, 100% cocoa coir for everything. Yeah, we have ventilation in every single one of the benches to make sure that there's no humid spots anywhere, and that the air is flowing consistently throughout the whole benches. And again, we have the humidifier to make sure that the humidity is never too low, because when the plants are in veg stage, they want a higher humidity.
Stress, no? Ja. Aha. Ja, jetzt gehen wir in den Flower Room, und jetzt müssen wir uns natürlich nochmal zusätzlich umziehen, um keine Verunreinigungen in den Anbau zu tragen.
This is tamarindo.
Tamarindo?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
According to our testing, it's probably going to be between 31 and 33% THC. This is Carol's Haze. You will see that the buds which are in the lowers, they actually bulk up quite nicely, and they become And it's not larf. Like if you don't defoliate properly and you don't have Under-Canopy-Lights, those flowers are usually larf or very small, but these are actually rock like solid buds.
It's sweet but also woody,
It has the gelato lineage, because you do smell a little bit of like the dessert terpenes, but you also get the citric from the OG Kush. The last time we harvested it, we had some buds that were weighing between 5 and 7 grams. Not all of them, obviously, but there was a significant amount of buds that the single dried and trimmed bud was weighing between 5 and 7 grams.
Ja, jetzt sind wir in einem ganz besonderen Flowering Room hier bei AceCann. Das ist einer unserer neuen Strains, die in der Pipeline sind, wo wir heute noch nicht verraten, was es ist, aber es ist ein wunderbarer Strain. Ist eine Woche vor der Ernte. Der Smell ist amazing hier, es riecht wirklich sehr, sehr intensiv. Ja, man sieht ja auch die Indoor-Layout von der Facility mit den LED-Lights, und sieht alles ziemlich gut und ziemlich nett aus. Es ist einer von 6 Grow-Rooms hier, also die haben auch Kapazität. Ja, es ist ein schöner Anbau.
So each flowering room has 200 square meters approximately. We put 650 plants per flowering room, and depending on the strain, we harvest between 80 to 120 kilos. Also, if the room has Under-Canopy-Lights or not. Okay. That means that we can produce up to 3.5 tons per year. When we harvest, we take out the plants, and then we weigh them over here in this weighing station. We weigh it over there, we bring it over here, and then we do the separation of the branches, right? We take it from the main big trunk and we do branch by branch. And then we put the branches inside of these boxes, well, inside of plastic bags, inside of these boxes. These boxes go in these two elevators. So these two elevators is where the transition to the GMP area starts. Okay, so these two elevators are only for the cargo. They go downstairs directly into the drying room. Okay, and then we stage the drying room. We do hang drying.
Go in a box and go in the elevator and go to the GMP.
Correct. Correct.
Come on, let's go.
For our own flower, we do everything hang drying. For CMO, we do tray drying, and we do a slow drying, so we don't rush it. Ideally, our drying cycle is 12 days, and obviously, when the room is not 100% full, it's a little bit hard to get to the 12 days. We always take out the product when it's at the 11% LOD, right? Because we don't want it too crispy. Nobody wants that. But we do try to ensure that the drying cycle is as long as possible. So we have an initial stage where we are trying to get to below 0.65 of water activity to minimize any microbiology. And then after that, we increase the relative humidity of the room so that the drying is, as slow as possible and keeps the terpene levels as steady as possible. Because it's very important for, the organoleptics to be there and that the terpenes and the volatiles are as present as possible. Okay, so right now we are trimming some value batches because it's popcorn. Everything is trimmed by hand. Okay, we don't use machine trimming. Even the popcorn, we are making sure that we trim it by hand because we want the quality to be as best as possible.
Ja, das ist der neue Strain, der bald kommt, dessen Namen wir noch nicht verraten wollen. Man sieht aber, wie schön der Trim ist. Das Curing läuft gerade noch. Das Aromaprofil ist sehr ausgeprägt, cremig, bärig. Vielleicht könnt ihr schon erraten, was es ist. Ja, wir sind sehr gespannt auf die erste Lieferung, die in den nächsten 4 bis 6 Wochen ankommen sollte.